Hello friends, welcome. Today we would be looking at problems involving pipes and cisterns. So let's take a typical problem, a very typical problem. So what are we given? In these kind of problems, we are given a combination of pipes or taps which are filling certain number of buckets, right? Any kind of container, tank, etc. at a certain rate. So there are usually combination of these inlets involved, and there can also be certain number of outlets. In some problems there are outlets through which water can come out also. So this is a very typical problem. These are asked in all competitive examinations which have aptitude section. So there is a pipe which can fill a bucket in 2 minutes, and there is another pipe which can fill the bucket in 3 minutes. So obviously they are filling the bucket at different rates. Now we are asked, if they are working together, if both of them were filling the bucket together, how long will it take? This is the very typical question. A traditional way, right? This is the traditional way of looking at this problem. That there is a single bucket and the pipes are pouring water or pouring liquid into that bucket. So to approach this problem traditionally, what people would do, what you would be told is to find the rate at which the first pipe is filling the bucket. It is filling the bucket at the rate of half bucket per minute, and the second pipe is filling the bucket at the rate of 1/3 bucket per minute. So if they are working together, what would be their combined rate? Their combined rate would be 5/6 bucket per minute. Now since in 1 minute 5/6 bucket is filled, right? 5/6 bucket is filled in 1 minute. Therefore, to fill an entire bucket, one full bucket, it would take 6/5 minutes. This is the traditional way of looking at this problem. So few things to note here. First is the rate is the inverse, right? Is the reciprocal of the time taken to fill the one bucket, right? And this is something that we should remember. Rate is always the inverse of time taken to fill the bucket or tank. Right? Now we'll look at another way, right? Look at this problem in another way, and if you are able to change your perception into this problem, right? If you are able to do that, then I'll show you that we can solve such problems very quickly. Right? So going forward, this is the method that we would use. So assume that instead of working on a single bucket, these two pipes are now filling n number of buckets. So they can fill certain number of buckets. This pipe can separately fill certain number of buckets, and this pipe can separately fill certain number of buckets. So the times we are given 2 and 3. Let's take the LCM of 2 and 3. It's 6 minutes. So in 6 minutes, let's see what happens. This pipe can fill a bucket in 2 minutes. So in 6 minutes, this can fill 3 buckets. This can fill 2 buckets. So total in 6 minutes they were able to fill 5 buckets. So 5 buckets were filled in 6 minutes. This is the total, 3 plus 2, 5. So one bucket would be filled in 6/5 minutes. So now you see that with this method, just by analyzing, just by spending 2 to 5 seconds on this problem first and analyzing it, we were able to solve it with very little maths. We were able to solve it with no fractions, no rates, no fractional addition, nothing. So, and we arrived at the answer very quickly. Right? Let's take another example. Again, this is very similar to the last one, but instead of just adding things, we need to subtract some things here. So there are two pipes which are filling the tank in 5 and 6 hours, and there is one pipe which is emptying the tank in 12 hours. So it can empty the tank in 12 hours. Now all the 3 pipes are working together. Again, let's approach the problem in same way. What is the LCM of 5, 6 and 12? It's 60 is the LCM. So let's see what happens in 60 hours. The first tank would fill, the first pipe would fill 12 tanks. The second pipe would fill 10, and the third pipe, right, it is not filling, it's emptying. So we'll put a minus sign. So in 60 hours, how many tanks it will be able to empty? It will be able to empty 5 tanks, right? And all of this is happening in 60 hours. So if I total this is 22 minus 5, which is 17. So 17 tanks net, right? After taking into account everything, right? All the tanks which are filled, all the tanks which are getting emptied, net we had 17 tanks filled in 60 hours. So one tank would be filled in 60 by 17 hours. And that's our answer. So again, we were able to solve it without using any fractions. Now this is another example. Here also we are going to just study this problem for 2 seconds. Right? Just study the problem for 2 seconds. So we have 3 pipes A, B and C, and they are working at a certain rate, and their rates have some relationship with each other. So let's say that the rate of filling, right, of pipe A is X. For pipe B it would be 2X, is twice as fast as A, and for pipe C it would be 2X into 2, which is 4X. What is the total rate? 4 plus 5 plus 6, 7X. Now if they are all working together at this rate 7X, then it takes them 10 hours. If this poor pipe A, it is working alone at the rate of only X, obviously it will take 7 times as much time, right? 7X takes 10 hours. So at the rate of X, it would take me 7 times as long. So the answer is 70 hours. Right? How much time will pipe A alone take to fill the tank? Right? So again, we were able to solve it without really doing any fractional calculations, and that's our objective. Our objective is to really solve the problem as quickly as possible. We are not being graded for our steps here. Let's look at another problem. In this case also, we are given 3 pipes, and then the 3 pipes, instead of pouring just one kind of solution, they are pouring 3 different kinds of solutions, right? So there is a pipe A. I'll just change my colors here. So there is a pipe A which is pouring solution R, pipe B is pouring solution Q, and pipe C is pouring solution, pipe A is pouring P, B is Q, and C is pouring solution R. Now these are pouring these solutions at different rates. So rate for A is 1 by 30 tank. It is able to fill 1 by 30th of tank in 1 minute. This 1 by 20 and this 1 by 10. So these are the different rates. Now we are being asked what would be the proportion of R in this tank, right? In this total solution after 3 minutes. So just think for a second. Does the proportion depend on the number of minutes? It doesn't, right? That is the key here. The proportion does not depend. So proportion after 1 minute is 1 by 10 divided by sum of these 3. After 2 minutes it will be 2 by 10. This will become 2 by 20. This will become 2 by 30. So all of these get multiplied by 2. Therefore the proportion remains unchanged. So the proportion does not depend, the proportion only depends on the rate, it does not depend upon time. So this data is redundant. Now as soon as we realize this, our problem becomes very easy. So now let's see what would happen in the LCM of 30, 20 and 10 is 60. So let's see what happens in 60 minutes. So in 60 minutes, I would have 2 tank full of P, I would have 3 tank full of Q, and I would have 6 tank full of R. What are the total number of tanks I have? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Out of these 11 tanks, 6 is the amount of R is 6. So what is the proportion of R? 6 by 11. Very simple, right? Let's take another example. Right? I'm trying to go through all these examples, trying to show you, right? We are going through all these examples and we are solving them as fast as we can, using as little maths as possible. Right? That's our objective. We are not here to do maths, we are here to solve problems. A tap can fill a tank in 4 hours, we know that. Right? So there is a tap which is filling this tank in 4 hours. Now in another scenario, right, after a while, what I did, instead of just having one tap, I now have 4 taps. So 3 more were added. So if one was taking 4 hours, the 4 of them all together, how many hours will they take? Only 1 hour, right? The time would be reduced by 1/4 because I increase the number of taps 4 times, so time would reduce to 1/4. Now as soon as I have this, as soon as I am able to analyze this, my problem is done. Now what I am being told? I am told to find the total time in a particular scenario, and that scenario is as follows. So first I run only one tap for as long as it takes to fill half the tank. So how long will it take to fill half the tank? 2 hours. Now then half of the tank is then filled by using 4 taps altogether, right? They fill one full tank in 1 hour, so half of the tank they will fill in 30 minutes. So the total time in this scenario is 2 hours and 30 minutes, and that's my answer. Very simple. Let's move on. So here what I am being told, I am told that there are again there are 2 scenarios. In the first scenario, there is a pump which can fill this tank in 2 hours. So this is the ideal case, and then there is a non-ideal case. I mean really in reality what happened was there was a leak here. Because of this leak, instead of taking 2 hours, what happened? It took this pump 2.5 hours to fill the tank. This is what I have been given. Now most of the students, as soon as they see this problem, what they'll do is that they'll say that let the rate at which this waste pipe, this leak that is emptying the tank be x. So this is emptying the tank at the rate of x tank per minute, right? So let's convert everything to minutes. So 2.5, this becomes 150 minutes, this becomes 120 minutes. So most students would start using algebra to solve the problem, and we'll see how to do that. But then after that we'll see how we can do better than that. I mean, we don't really need to use any x, any y, nothing here. So we'll see both the methods, right? So if I use algebra, what can I write? In ideal case, the rate or the rate of the pump is 1 by 1/28 tank per minute. However, the rate of this drain is x tank per minute. If I subtract these two, the net rate is 1 by, if they are working together, right? If the pump and the leak are working together, my net rate comes to be 150 tank per minute. Now here I have an equation in x, and if you solve this, you will get x as 600 minutes or 10 hours. Sorry, x will come out to be 1 by 600 minute, that is the rate. So it will take 600 minutes or 10 hours for the leak to fully empty the tank. This would be the answer. Now we look at another method to solve the same problem, and this method, as soon as you have this kind of insight in solving the problems, you will be able to just read the question and come to the answer very quickly. So in 2 hours, this pump is able to fill one tank. So if it's working for 2.5 hours, so in 2 hours one tank is filled. In 2.5 hours, in 1 hour, 1 by half tank is filled. So in 2.5 hours, how much water was really poured by the pump in 2.5 hours? This is what I am trying to find here. So in 2 hours it fills one tank, so one tank worth of water was poured. So in 2.5 hours, so this much water would be poured. 2.5 divided by 2.0 tank worth of water was really poured by the pump. So this much work was done by the pump, which is equal to 5/4 tank. So the pump did this much work, But really, did I get this much work? No, I was able to fill only one tank. So where did the remaining water go? 5 by 4 minus 1. That was the rate of drain. Right? This was the leakage. So 1/4 tank I lost to the leakage. And 1/4 tank was lost to the leakage in how many hours? 2.5 hours. Therefore, the leakage would be able to fully drain this tank in 2.5 into 4, which is equal to 10 hours. Again, very simple, right? So this was the insight here. I was able to find the amount of work done by the pump, and I know that instead of doing this much work, I only got one tank worth of work. So the remaining work must have been done by the leakage, right? And I was able to derive very quickly the amount of time the leakage would take to fully drain this tank. Right? So again, no algebra. So now look at this problem. Again, it has a waste pipe, right? So there is a leakage or waste pipe, right? There is a negative work. There is something which is draining the tank instead of fulfilling it. Now again, in this problem, we will use our logic. So there are these times given to us, 25, 30 and 15, right? So there is this pipe A, B, and then there is a waste pipe, we will call it W, and then there is a combined rate. All of them are working together. And in this case, instead of being asked how long, we are being asked what is the capacity of the tank, and we'll solve this problem. So what is the LCM of 25, 30 and 15? 150, right? 150 is the LCM. So let's see what happens in 150 minutes. So 150 minutes, we have this pipe A, it will be able to fill 6 tanks. It will be able to do this much work, it will be able to fill 6 tanks. My pipe B in 150 minutes would be able to fill 5 tanks, right? But in reality, right, some amount of work was done by this waste pipe also, so it drained, let's say, X number of tanks. How many tanks do I have in combined case, right? In 150 minutes, 15 per minute, right? They can together fill a tank in 15 minutes. So in 150 minutes, if they are all working together, how many tanks will I have? I will have 10 tanks. Right? So this is 6 plus 5. This is really negative, right? So you should think about it differently. And this is emptying X tanks. So in net, if they are all working together, then I get only 10 tanks. Or this guy, this waste pipe was able to empty one full tank in 150 minutes. In 150 minutes. Now I know the amount of time the waste pipe takes to empty the tank. I know that. I also know the rate at which it is doing that. So can I arrive at the capacity? Yes, I can. The capacity is 150 into 3, which is equal to 450 gallons. Again, very simple. Just by analyzing, just by spending 2 seconds, 3 seconds on problem and not really start doing the maths, we are able to arrive at the solution much quickly, right? Much speedily. So let's look at another such problem, right? So we are covering all bases here. We are solving all types of problems, and if you listen to this carefully and then solve the problems on your own, then you'll get ample practice, right, with the right method. So there are two pipes A and B. They are filling a cistern in 36 and 45 minutes. Now both the pipes are open, right? Now what do we really want? So this is the problem. If I want to fill this tank in half an hour, first I have to keep both the pipes open for certain time, and then I have to close pipe B and let only pipe A fill the tank in such a way that this entire time comes to 30 minutes and my tank is completely filled, right? So what is their combined rate? If they are working together, their combined rate is 1 by 36 tank per minute plus 1 by 45th tank per minute, right? And this is happening, let's say, for x number of minutes. So they are working together, let's say, for x number of minutes. Then after that x number of time, only this pipe B was shut down, right? This was shut down, and I only have pipe A working. And how long this is working? This is working for 30 minus x number of minutes, and the total should be 1. So if you solve this equation, you will get x is equal to 15 by 2 minutes. So really, if you see, really we were not able to use any kind of trick here. We just had to bring in algebra. So in some problems, obviously we will be required to do that. But unless we are forced by the problem to do this, we won't do it. Right? We won't do it. We will just use the quicker methods. Now here is another example. Again, I am not going to solve this example. I am going to go through this one with you and derive all the equations. I will give you the final answer also, but you are going to solve it yourself. There are, again, we have to go through like all the maths here. We have a quadratic equation, we have to solve it, and we have to go through all the maths to arrive at the solution. But I still wanted to keep this example here because lot of students get confused as soon as they read things like this: 5 hours faster and 5 hours slower. So this language, how do we translate into equation? I will just show you that. So there are 3 pipes. Let's say that they take A, B and C hours respectively to fill the tank. So this is the amount of time they require to fill the tank. Then what are my respective rates? I know that my rates would be 1 by A, 1 by B and 1 by C. I know that the rates are inverse of number of hours required to do one full thing, or in this case fill one full tank. So this would be my rates. What I am being told? I am being told that the first 2 pipes operating simultaneously fill the tank in the same time during which the tank is filled by the third pipe alone. What does this mean? It means that the combined rate of these 2 pipes is same as the combined rate of this guy, right? So the combined rate of these 2 pipes is same as the combined rate 1 by C, or in other words, the first line is telling me 1 by A plus 1 by B is equal to 1 by C. Note that, right? It is not telling me A plus B is equal to C. That's not what it is saying. It is saying that the rates, combined rates of A and B is same as C. That is what it is telling me. That is the first line is telling me that. Then I have this one equation. I will mark it as 1. The second pipe fills the tank 5 hours faster. So it uses 5 hours less than A. So B is equal to A minus 5. It is 5 hours faster. It uses 5 hours less. And also B is C plus 5 because it takes 5 hours more than C, right? So if I add 5 to C, this should be the time equal to B. Now from here I can express A in terms of B, from here I can express C in terms of B, and then I substitute those values here. I get a quadratic equation in B. I solve it and I solve that quadratic equation. One of the roots is positive, one of the roots is negative, and B comes out to be, my B is 12.07, that is B. Okay. So what would be A? A is B plus 5, so A is 17.07, and that's my answer. So you will get a quadratic equation here. Don't get afraid of quadratic equation. They are very simple, and we'll deal with them in future classes. So if you want to learn about quadratic equation and algebra more, stay tuned. Okay, we'll deal with them. So let's move on. Now again, this problem, right? If you have a little insight into the problem, if you read it carefully and get a little insight before you start solving, then the problem would just come to you. So there is a tank whose capacity is 300 liters and it is being filled with water using 2 pipes, right? And there are 2 scenarios. How many scenarios I have here? I have two scenarios. In the first scenario, this is the first scenario, both the pipes are opened all together. This 300 liters is then filled in 20 hours and both the pipes are opened together. In the second scenario, about which the question is being asked, the first pipe which were open as long as the second pipe, in the second scenario, the first pipe having been opened 5 hours longer. So in the second scenario, first pipe was opened 5 hours longer. Okay, so we'll deal with that in a second, the second scenario. But let's look at the first scenario here. Here, the first pipe delivers half the amount of water delivered by the second pipe. So out of this 300 liters, the first pipe delivers 100 liters, the second pipe delivers 200 liters, and in this case, the first pipe is delivering half the amount of water second pipe delivers. So what is the rate of first pipe? Its rate is 200 divided by 20, which is 10 liters per hour. 100. That is the rate, 100 divided by 20, which is equal to 5 liters per hour. For second pipe, the rate becomes 200 divided by 20, which is equal to 10 liters per hour. Right? Obviously, the rate of second one is double that of first. So now we know the rates. Now what are we being told? We are told in the second scenario, the first pipe was opened 5 hours longer than the second. So let's say that the first pipe was opened for X hours. The second pipe was opened for X minus 5 hours. And again, they were able to fully fill the tank. So again they were able to fully fill the tank. So X into 5 plus X minus 5 into 10 is equal to 300. So this is my equation. Now this is X minus, not X multiplied by X minus 5. So if you solve this equation, the X would come out to be 70 by 3. So 70 by 3 hours is my answer. This is the amount of time this pipe was kept open. This first pipe was kept open and the second pipe was kept open for 70 by 3 minus 5 hours. Right? And I multiplied them by their rates, which we calculated here, and this is the total capacity. Right? So if I multiply the time with rate, I get how much water was contributed or was filled by the first pipe. This is the amount of water filled by the second pipe, and then the total should be, of course, 300 liters. Again, very simple. Now this problem is complicated and it has lot of maths. So again, we are not going to fully solve it. I'll just guide you through it. But I wanted to demonstrate that even such complicated problems are not out of our reach now. We are able to fully solve, completely solve even such complicated problems, right? If we approach step by step using the tools, we should be able to solve these problems. So let the rate of A and B be small a and small b. What do I know? If they are working together in 1.2 hours, so this is their rate, right? This is their rate, tank per hour. This is the unit of the rate. A plus B into 1.2 should be equal to half, because they are filling half the tank by itself. So from here I can express A as 5 by 12 minus B. This is my first equation, right? I was able to get that just by this first sentence. Now in the second sentence we have to do some analysis. So let's start that. How do we analyze the second sentence? So first thing is, if their rates are A and B tank per hour, what are their times? The time required would be 1 by A and 1 by B hours. We know that, right? This is the time required by A to fully fill the tank alone. This would be the time required by B, 1 by B, to fully fill the tank alone. what are we being told? Pipe B was kept open for half the time required by pipe A to fill the tank by itself. So pipe A takes 1 by A hours. So half the time is half of 1 by A. What is the rate at which pipe B is doing the work? So this is the amount of water which was contributed, or the amount of fluid that was contributed by the pipe B. Pipe B, that is the rate of pipe B, and it was kept open for half the time required by pipe A to fill the tank by itself, which is 1 by A. So we know that. And once this was done, what else did I do? Then pipe A was kept open, so I shut down pipe B, and then I kept pipe A open for as much time as was required by pipe B to fill up 1 by 3 of the tank by itself. And the total amount of tank which was filled, if I did this, was 5 by 6. Now this is my second equation. From here, the value of A I can substitute here, right? And I will get again an equation in B, and that would be a quadratic equation. If I solve the equation, this quadratic equation, I will get my B as 5 by 24 and 1 by 6. So these are the possible values of B. Both are legitimate values, both are possible. And corresponding values of A, what are the values of A? It's 5 by 24. So if I substitute these values in this equation, I will get the values of A, and they would be 5 by 24 and 1 by 4. These are the corresponding values. Now these are all possible values of rates, right, of rates for these pipes. I have been asked what is the least time in which any of the pipes can fill the tank fully. The least time would be taken by the pipe with maximum rate. And what is the maximum here? Maximum here is 1 by 4. So if I am filling the pipe at the rate of 1/4 pipe an hour, how much time it would take? 4 hours. And that's my answer. Right? The least time in which any of the pipes can fill the tank fully. Right? So that is the answer. 4 hours is the answer. So great. So today we were able to cover almost all kinds of problems on pipes and cisterns. Not only were we able to cover, we learned techniques using which we were able to solve these problems in seconds, right, without doing as little maths as possible. I mean, of course, sometimes you cannot really avoid it. In future, we would be studying races and problems related to races. We will again cover all kinds of problems, and we will cover a lot of shortcut tricks. So if you are interested, obviously you would be interested because you are giving the exam. So please subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for this lecture, the upcoming lecture. And if you like this video, do share it, help your friends. And for any questions or comments, don't hesitate to use the comment box below. Thank you very much.